Building a strong following on social media takes more than just luck. It's about consistency, creativity, and truly understanding your audience. In this lesson, we'll explore key strategies to grow your audience, track engagement, and cultivate a meaningful community around your brand. Using social media to foster relationships. Social media offers an incredible opportunity for brands to connect with their audience on a personal level, build trust, and create lasting relationships. Here is an overview of what we will be going over today. First, we will review how to build a following. Then, we will talk about curating relationships. Thirdly, we will discuss online reputation management. And lastly, we will go over crisis management. First off, how to build a following on social media. All right, so how do you build a following? There's no magic formula or guaranteed trick. While things like the shuffle methodology for smaller brands can work, that's not the best way to build a brand for the long term. It takes effort, engagement, and the ability to bring a community together around a specific product, message, or purpose. For main ways to gain followers include consistency, metrics, attention to delta, and being creative. Consistency, whether it's replying to people in a timely manner, ideally within 24 hours, or consistently creating content, it's key. Being consistent also means offering value to your fan base through your content. Additionally, building themes or a sense of community around a purpose or message helps to sustain this consistency. You should also maintain consistency in demonstrating your values through your content. We've talked about the importance of brands having strong values and reflecting those in their content creation. Following your metrics will help guide your strategy and ensure you're headed in the right direction. You really want to consider what the KPIs are for the business. Is it focused on sales, leads, phone calls, booked appointments, or visits to the website? Do you have brand awareness goals? You need to follow the metrics that align with these objectives and use those metrics to generate insights. That's a critical part of your overall social media strategy, setting clear goals, ideally SMART goals. For example, consider how many appointments you want to secure, how many social media posts you'll need to publish to achieve that, and how many engagements or clicks you'll need to warm up your audience. These are all factors you should track, ideally on a monthly basis, but definitely quarterly and annually. Pay attention to what your followers are actually doing. Many brands overlook this. For instance, if you're a large brand like Delta Airlines, you may have millions of followers and can't possibly track every single one. But you could take a more segmented approach, perhaps using segmented lists on platforms like X, a Facebook group, or a LinkedIn group. Many social media platforms now offer ways to segment and target similar audiences within a brand's broader community. Additionally, you should pay attention to your own stats. Look closely at who is engaging with your content and tailor your strategies accordingly. For example, are your followers engaging with your content? One helpful feature you can see in Instagram Analytics is the percentage of your followers engaging with your brand versus those who aren't following you. You can access this on the business dashboard if you have a business account for Instagram, and it's a handy tool because it gives you a clear sense of how much of your current audience is actually interacting with your content. If your follower engagement is high, you're more likely to attract potential collaborators, especially if you want to enter the influencer marketing space. Even with a large following, engagement is crucial. Engaged followers show real interest and may include loyalists, superfans, customers, or even friends and family. Identify your most engaged followers and analyze what they're doing on their own social media accounts. If they have public profiles, you might want to follow them back and monitor their activity. Look at the content they're sharing, the brands they're talking about, or the brands they work with. Reply to their comments, turn negatives into positives, and provide like engagements on positive interactions to commenters. Also, keep an eye on your competitors' followers and interactions. Getting creative is a process. Tools and templates like stock photo and video libraries is a good start. However, if you're working professionally, you'll likely have creative people on your team. As a social media manager, don't feel pressured to carry the entire creative burden yourself. You'll have your own perspective on the brand and how you want to tell its story, but there are many ways to inject creativity into your content strategy. One way to do this is through user-generated content using tools like Tagbox. This is an easy way to bring fresh perspectives to your brand without putting too much pressure on your team to create new material all the time. Another option is employee advocacy or brand ambassadors. For example, sales teams often create their own content on platforms like Facebook and LinkedIn. If you have creative talent within your company, such as graphic designers or videographers, they can help produce content as well. Collaboration with other brands and influencers is another way to boost creativity. By partnering with others, you can develop new ideas and expand your reach, ultimately leading to more followers through a more collaborative approach. When it comes to influencer marketing, whether you want to be an influencer yourself or work with influencers for your brand, the focus should always be on people with an engaged following. Here are the two key points to consider: quantity versus quality. Quantity. While having a large following can provide credibility, it's essentially a vanity metric. Vanity metrics include things like impressions, fans, likes, and views, but they don't necessarily correlate with business growth. For instance, click farms or bots can inflate those numbers artificially, which doesn't translate into meaningful engagement. You might have encountered this if you've learned about SEO or social media marketing, where automated bots or companies increase your counts. Platforms like X, LinkedIn, and Instagram are especially prone to spam and bot activity. Every time I post with certain hashtags, I tend to get spam comments, which is just an automated response from social listening tools. These bots aren't helpful for your business. They just boost superficial metrics without any real impact. Now let's talk about quality. Engaged followers who share and promote your content are the ones helping expand your business's reach. Why are people following you in the first place? Ideally, it's because they either have a relationship or connection with you, or they find value in your content. Are they commenting, sharing, or mentioning it to others? These are important engagement indicators. Sharing is a major KPI for measuring engagement. Brand ambassadors are a great example of engaged followers. These are people who use a product or brand and promote it without compensation or prompting. They're loyal fans who love the brand and spread the word to others. Organic creative strategy approaches include giveaways, influencer marketing, and co-branding. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next lesson.